Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in Montreal, Quebec, where we continue to gear up for our next PLE of the year against the odds. Tonight, Lanz challenges the Mad Dog of Shimano in what is sure to be a hard-hitting back-and-forth ordeal. Meanwhile, tag team action is back as Harmonious Truth takes on the Cyber Idols, and D.I.C.E looks to continue their championship push with a match against the reigning tag team champions. Meanwhile, Maki Harukawa squares off against Akane Owari. Sophie and Lexi make their return to the ring, and Taion looks to finally get a win in a match against the Fox. So get ready for a hard night of matches, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Oita, Japan, the Assassin, Maki Harukawa.
Making her way to the ring, it is Maki Harukawa.
And her opponent from Oita, Japan, Akane Owari.
And her opponent, it is the ultimate gymnast, Akane Owari. This is going to be an interesting one. Akane high flying, but known for her strength. Maki strong, but known for her flying ability. It's going to be, should be a good one. And referee rings the bell and meet in the middle. And Maki immediately with a headbutt. Stomp to the thigh. Stomp to the ankle. And tossing Akane to the side. And Maki, again, just throwing Akane like she weighs nothing. And stomping on the open hand. And Maki trying to get the crowd excited. And locking up with Akane. Maki immediately into the wrist clutch. Akane trying to escape. Maki sensing that. And just working on the arm. And again, now Maki relocating that arm to the head. And just throwing Akane down. Seated position. Putting Akane up into the kneeling position. And look for the knee, but Akane gets out of the way. Maki with the reversal. And a punch right to the back. Maki sending Akane headfirst into the turnbuckle. And just stomping down on the gut. Trying to pick up Akane back up to her feet, but Akane turning that into a jawbreaker and a wheelbarrow jawbreaker. And now Maki with the Superman punch out of nowhere, looking to put this one away quick. There's 1, 2. Akane kicks out. We're only like 4 minutes into this match. And Maki already looking to put this one away with a spear. Cover 1, 2. Akane kicking out. Right now, Maki seems to have her number. Akane trying to survive, rolling to the outside. Rolling out of the way of Maki's knee, but immediately just caught with that uppercut. Akane elbowing out. Maki catching the kick. Might be a little bit too late. Might be a little bit too little, too late for Akane. Maki. Deadlift wheelbarrow facebuster. And just running back into the ring. Don't think she would really care if this ends in a count out. And flying to the outside, sending Akane down. Slow to her feet, but at least she's up to her feet. And again, just tossing Akane to the side, nearly into the crowd. Akane back up to her feet, and Zagiri. Kick right to the gut. And now Maki tossing Akane back into the ring. There's 7. Yeah, no, that was not going to be much of an issue. And the pin. 1, 2, 3. Well, I was wrong. I was not expecting that match to be that one-sided.
Here is your winner, the Assassin, Maki Harukawa.
It seems to, be that the only person Maki cannot beat, is Lucina. She seems to have Mew's number. She seems to have Akane's number. I wouldn't be surprised if she has Poppy's number. Just the only hurdle between her and Championship Gold seems to be Lucina. And here we go for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Ibuki Miyota and Hatsune Miku, the Cybridals.
And the superstar Haku Miku, the crew.
and their opponents. They are your women's tag team champions, Kyoko Kirigiri and Sayaka Mizono. Harmonious Truth. And now, referee rings the bell. Both teams ready. Kyoko versus Ibuki. Starting us off, and Kyoko with a backpack facebuster, and again, we're heading to the corner, tagging Sayaka back in. And Sayaka looking for the knife edge chop. Ibuki taking her down to the mat. Sayaka back up to her feet. Ibuki with the knife edge chop, leg drop, and a senton. Ibuki from the heavens with a crossbody splash and going for the cover, and Kyoko immediately in to break it up. Okay. Figured that she would trust Sayaka a little bit more, but alright. Ibuki taken out, Hatsune Miku in. And a double leg dropkick despite that little bit of miscommunication with Ibuki. Middle rope diving axe handle drop. Miku with a spinning arm breaker. And tossing Sayaka into the Cyber Idol's corner, but Sayaka elbowing out, snap mirror, kick to the spine. And picking up Hatsune Miku over the shoulder and a planted power slam. And Sayaka making her way to the corner, but deciding not to, distracted by Miku. And now a tightrope double leg drop kick. Elbow drop. And a drop kick to the head. And now Sayaka tags out. Kyoko back in. Kyoko the diving axe handle drop. But Miku kicks her way out. Just twisting the ankle. And a stomp to the thigh. Miku to the outside. Looking for another slingshot. Running right into Sayaka. Yeah. The pathfinding in this game is ass. Double leg dropkick right to the knee. And Miku finding her rhythm. Tossing Kyoko into the corner, tagging in Ibuki. Double team attack here. Double underhook arm drag. And Kyoko immediately up to her feet, turning that into a belly to back suplex. Ibuki continuing to work on the leg of Sayaka, but Sayaka rolling out of the way of that stomp. Counter shot to the leg. And the backstabber. Forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Wheelbarrow. Stunner. And here's the cover. Miku breaks up and the referee getting caught in the crossfire. Sayaka takes out Kyoko back in. And Kyoko pulling back on the neck. Ibuki immediately finding the escape. Not entirely sure if a tap out would have counted anyway because the referee is still down. Which makes me wonder, how is she seeing these tag outs if... Oh, whatever. Jawbreaker from Ibuki, but Kyoko stepping out of the way of the spinning heel kick. And setting up a Russian leg sweep. Kyoko takes out Sayaka back in. Trying to keep up their momentum, trying to keep up their energy. And Sayaka with a 540 splash from the heavens. There's 1, 2, and Ibuki kicks out just before 3. Ibuki with a scoop slam. Trying to reset momentum a little bit. Rolling elbow and doing the smart thing, tagging in Hatsune Miku. That's what your partner's there for. Sayaka forcing Ibuki, or Hatsune Miku up. Scoop slam, and again, back up to her feet. A knee catching the jaw. And the cover. 1, 2. Miku kicks out. And now an armbar from Kyoko. That Miku immediately turning around. And now Miku. Single leg Boston Crab that Kyoko fights out of. Irish whip, nearly a spear, sending both of them out of the ring. Hot tag allows Ibuki back in. And now back and forth between the two. Kyoko with an arm drag. Now into a hammer lock. To just really work on that wrist. Now chasing Miku out of the ring. And Kyoko tags out. Gets Sayaka back in. Sayaka giving a little bit of space for the Hurricane Rana. Or the Tilt-A-Whirl, excuse me. Now dragging Ibuki away from the ropes. And the cover. Bringing in Miku. Sayaka forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Some more slaps, some more knife edge chops. And allowing Ibuki to tag out. I don't think she was expecting Ibuki to recover that quickly. The looping palm strike from Sayaka. And now heading up top. Turning around. Another splash that just barely missed. Spinning back fist from Miku. Sayaka with the reversal, slipping up to the back. Miku the reversal. And a wheelbarrow jawbreaker. Miku up top. Sayaka doing to her what she did to Sayaka doing to Miku what Miku did to Sayaka, and that is getting out of the way of the top rope maneuver. Now Sayaka tags out Kyoko, and I think that was a plan that ended up failing because Ibuki tagged out. Hope that makes sense. And now Kyoko. Hammerlock, leg sweep. And here's the cover, and here's Ibuki to break it up. Harmonious Truth with the advantage, but Miku with a reversal and a crossbody. Taking Kyoko back up to her feet. And Kyoko slipping out with that suplex, double leg drop kick. Kyoko and Sayaka having a few words. But Kyoko remains in the ring. Leg sweep. And now Kyoko in the corner. The sliding elbow and the cover. 1, 2, 3. And as we watch the replays of this match, this division continues to be absolute cinema. And it's good to see that Harmonious Truth officially have, shall we say, recovered from last year's slump. It's good to see them back. I don't know about you, but I don't like to watch anyone struggle for prolonged periods of time. Not gonna name names, but I'm thinking of a particular pair of red-headed twins. And the move to put the match away.
Here are your winners. And Sawyer, my zero. Truth and consequences.
I don't want to speak too early, but I don't think that the belt is going to change hands anytime soon, unless we have an absolute banger of a match. And now for our men's cruiserweight matchup of the evening. Introducing first, he is your men's cruiserweight champion, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It is the Phantom Fox himself, it's Yusuke Kitagawa.
Weighing in at 144 pounds, the men's hybrid cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox.
I'm still trying to figure out Yusuke. He is very hot and cold. It seems like completely random. I don't get it, man. And his opponent, representing Ouroboros,
And his opponent,
it is the technician,
from Pangea, weighing in at
Taion.
135 pounds, Aaron the Technician.
And here we go, both men ready. And ref rings the bell, they meet in the middle. And immediately locking up. Fox beginning with a wrist clutch. Taion, believe he's still looking for his first win. Nice little bit of acrobatics there, turning that around into a wrist clutch of his own. Now just working on the arm. I wonder if Mio taught him how to do that. And now Fox turning that around into a head-arm triangle. Just really working on him. And throwing Taion down. Knee to the back. Stomp to the back and the senton, but I think Taion got his knees up just in time, and now round two. Taion with a rear waist lock. But Fox slipping out with a wrist waist lock of his own. Excuse me. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night, guys. My brain is not functioning at all. Taion just holding on tightly to Yusuke's neck. And now Yusuke throwing Taion onto the apron. Spear knocking him off. And Yusuke slips out to the back, or slips out to the outside. And throwing Taion into the barricade. There's again a 1 count. Yusuke tossing Taion, trying to toss him into the ring, but the referee getting in the way, and now using the LED screen as a weapon. Back inside the ring we go. Now Yusuke along the outside. Taion slow to his feet. There's 6. Taion with a nice combo. And Fox stuffing that. Uppercuts to the underside of the ribs. And now trying to do the phantom leg sweep, but Taion seeing that coming, stepping out of the way. Now Taion bridging arm trap, or a head trap armbar. Referee having a rope break though. Taion along the outside, senton, nobody's home. And now Fox just pushing him down. Bit disrespectful, that's only gonna be 1 count. And here we go. The leg sweep actually connecting this time. Fox wanting to avoid the rope break. And now in the up against the rope, or backing up, going for the there's 2, there's 3. I keep calling it a cushion, it's not that. I looked it up yesterday, and I already forgot the name of it.
Here is your winner, the Phantom Fox.
And Fox. What the hell, man? Seemingly unstoppable. And now our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is Kokichi Yoma and Rentaro Amami. It is D.I.C.E.
At a combined weight of 237 pounds, Kobayashi Omar and Randy Amaya, the Anarchists.
Having a bit of a failed ambush in last week's match against Papyrus, but we don't talk about that. Again, having their sights set on the men's tag team titles. And those titles are held by these two. Making their way to the ring, they are your men's tag team champions. The Luminary of the Stars, Kaito Momota, and his sidekick, Shuichi Saihara. They are the Big Bang Theory. Here we go, Rantaro. Shuichi the first in the ring. And ref rings the bell. They meet in the middle. With Rantaro immediately beginning with a kick to the gut. Stomp to the ankle. Stomp to the Achilles. And Shuichi fights out. Picking up Rantaro. And an uppercut to the jaw. Shuichi tags out. Kaito back in. Rickner heads to the toss. Rantaro forcing Kaito back up to his feet. Kaito with the reversal. And throwing Rantaro down. Kaito with a running knee strike and an elbow drop. And Kaito with a running a clothesline, excuse me. Rantaro not knowing where he's going, trying to crawl to Kokichi. And Kaito just allowing that to happen. Alright. Jumping down, immediately right into Kokichi's right hand. Arrow ship into the corner. One count, Shuichi breaks it up. And Kokichi just throwing picking up Shuichi over the shoulder. Shuichi manages to fight his way out though, and there's a right hand from Kaito. Driving the knee into the canvas. And an elbow drop. And now Kaito from the outside, diving clothesline, or not clothesline, crossbody. And the cover, one. Kokichi kicks out. Kokichi managing to tag out Rantaro back in. But it doesn't matter, Kaito continuing the offense. Lining up. Big boot right to the chest. Kaito tags out, Shuichi back in, the original two. And Rantaro managing to get himself out of that predicament. There's a Irish whip and a back elbow. Elbow drop, but just delayed a little bit too long, allowing Shuichi to roll out of the way. But Rantaro the reversal right back. Double A drop kick right up against the ropes, and Rantaro tagging out Kokichi back in. And Shuichi with a front slam into the helicopter spin. And stomping on the hand. Kokichi kicking him off. Rolling Shuichi around. Double foot stomp to the arm. Shuichi rolling Kokichi onto his back. And now a headlock that, yeah, that's going to be a rope break. Shuichi with a neck snap. There's an arm breaker. Kokichi back up to his feet, but there's a double miss. And Kokichi with a neck breaker. DDT from Kokichi. Kokichi tags out. Shuichi tags out. And now Rantar with a running clothesline. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Kaito kicks out. And now Kaito going for the cover, but only gonna be a 2 count, and Kokichi in the ring, so advantage Big Bang Theory. Alright, sure. And now Kaito. The face buster in the corner. There's 1, 2, 3. And D.I.C.E, if they want any chance of winning the championship belt, they probably want to start by beating the champions. And that not happening tonight. And before our next matchup, I think Mew has a few words to say to the audience. What is she gonna say? What does she have to say? Yeah, we get it. You're a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. Oh, so this shit is easy for you, huh? Alright, she's giving herself a challenge next. Alright, what do you have, Mew? What are you imposing for yourself? Win by submission! Alright. Well. Wonder if she can pull it off. And now our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, she is your women's Nexus champion, humanity's companion, Sophie.
NXT champion, AI Sophie.
Looking to warm herself up before her next match. That most likely being a title defense at Against the Odds. And her opponent.
And her opponent from Mexico City, Lexibor.
It is the Plague Doctor, Lexibor. And here we go, both of them ready. Ref rings the bell. And Lexi immediately looking for an enziguri or a roundhouse kick that Sophie just ducks underneath. Lexi with the reversal, throwing Sophie over the shoulders, and an elbow drop to the chest. And Lexi throwing Sophie into the corner. There's a running clothesline. And a neck snap. Going for the cover. Only one. Long one count, but one nonetheless. And now head, scissor, elbows. And stomping on the hand. Now stomp to the upper arm. Lexi trying to get Sophie back up to her feet. And now both women locking up. Sophie walking Lexi back into the ropes. Referee having to break them up. Locking up yet again. Lexi turning that into a hammer lock. Sophie trying to escape and does by throwing Lexi over the shoulders. And now a kneeling armbar. Lexi fights out. Punches to the gut, now throwing Sophie for an Irish whip. Arm drag. Elbow to the spine. And Lexi running up top. Trying to get Sophie back up to her feet. And just completely whiffing. Sophie forcing Lexi up. right hand. And walking Lexi into the northwest corner. And a running knee strike, or a jumping knee strike from Lexi. And here's the cover. 1, 2. Sophie kicks out. Lexi seems to have Sophie exactly where she wants her. There's a snap mirror. There's a rolling neck snap. Yes, I know it's snap mare, but I'm so used to calling it a snap mirror. And looking for the sweet chin music. But Sophie, with Dakota, turning that around. And a float over suplex into the cover, or float over inverse suplex, I guess, into the cover, but that's a 2 count. Sophie heading up top. And the cover. 1, 2. Lexi kicks out. Now Sophie just choking Lexi, trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. Sophie double leg drop kick off the tightrope. And now staring down Lexi. Double leg drop kick. And a flying, or a moonsault for, I guess. There's 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not the worst match to have to try to warm yourself up.
Here is your winner, A.I. Sophia!
And Sophie, yeah. Still got it. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, representing Ouroboros,
The following contest is scheduled for one
it is
making
Lanz.
his way to the ring, representing the Union from Stillwater, weighing in at 173 pounds, Lanz!
And his opponent. He is your men's Universal Champion. It is the Mad Dog of Shimano. It is Goro Majima.
And his opponent from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 178 pounds, the men's hybrid Universal Champion, Maria.
And here we go, both men ready for this main event match. And refereeing's bell, Majima immediately beginning with a running single leg drop kick to Lanz. And an axe handle drop to the spine. And a leg breaker. Lanz back up to his feet, avoiding that right hand. And now both men locking up. Lanz slipping out into the rear waist lock. But Majima turning that around to an arm drag and now work on the head. Pulling back. Keeping Lanz trapped. And Lanz trying to escape, but Majima holding on tight. Majima slipping out to the back. Hammerlock. Now locking up yet again. Majima throwing Lanz down. Lanz trying to come back a little bit. Picking up Majima over the shoulder. Walking from one side of the ring to the other, but Majima slipping out. Now Lanz escaping to the outside. Majima joining him. And a clothesline. There's 4 Majima with a victory roll double stomp. There's 6, but Majima tossing Lanz back into the ring. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Nope. And Majima. Discus punch sending Lanz down. And Majima with a neck breaker. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And that was a short one for Majima. And to watch Majima's celebration, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you next week as you continue to get ready for Against the Odds. Of course, Monday for Andromeda, Wednesday for Wing Crescent, Friday for Eclipse, and Sunday, April 12th, Against the Odds. And until then, we are signing out from Montreal, Quebec. See ya, and have a safe and happy Easter if you celebrate. See ya.